Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about, well, the grift that keeps on grifting, Gamaergate 2, and the people who are actually continuing it. Yeah. Right, so after I published the video yesterday, a few hours later, I became aware of, well, this. An actual avowed racist, allegedly, according to her words. So, let's play the audio, and it will give you some pause based on what she said. Here's it. Let's start.
I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me.
Holy shit. Holy shit. But before I continue, let's finish what she said.
And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something made okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're trying to make a game that they love.
Holy shit. She said, I'm not saying that, but I really am saying that. Yeah, basically that. This is why, people. This is literally why you do not and should not hire SJWs for your company. In the end, you're going to have to go to extra lengths just to guarantee that these idiots feel safe. So you have to change your entire company, the entire employee, just so they can actually feel safe. But here's the kicker. The SJWs are usually the first people to complain, the first people to open lawsuits, the first people to do all sorts of things, and they are the least productive of the sort, of the lot. So why would you waste your time hiring SJWs of any race, color, gender, social status or background or whatever? You shouldn't. But here is an example of an absolute, avowed, allegedly racist who are actually trying to only work on a black-only environment. No, imagine if a white guy said that. Don't you think he would have been cancelled by now and would have, I don't know, lost everything and the game wouldn't even be allowed on Steam? Think just for a tiny little moment. This is what we call privilege. Privilege. And she even has that smug look on her face. Like, oh, I mean, I'm socially racist, but I'm allowed. That type of, Jesus Christ. The more that we start digging in on Sweet Baby Inc., their supporters and people behind it, the worse it gets. What in the actual fuck is going... Oh wait, no, that's a rhetorical question. We all know what is going on. Because shit just keeps on giving. And, well, and you think, okay, fine. It's just, I don't know, it's just a dev. Well, this one is also working for EA. Literally EA. EA, who is responsible for Cliffhanger devs, who are making the Black Panther game that was announced like last year. So, if we know exactly what happened with the Suicide Squad, and it's doing really bad, and I mean really bad, we can pretty much guarantee that Black Panther is going to be shit. Look at how I mean it. I mean it completely. The game Suicide Squad went into sale about a month after release. Currently, it has, quietly, let's see, I'm not talking about, oh yeah, oh good. It currently has 590 players right now. 735 in a 24-hour peak. Well, let's take a look at a Saboteur, a game released in 2009, recently re-released on Steam. We have 715 players right now with a 841 peak. How would a game like Suicide Squad that costed millions and released recently have that meager number of players? It's because people are tired of this goddamn shenanigans. But let's take a peek at one of the games that she mentioned in the goddamn fucking video. Here, Validate. You can actually see it's really bad. It's what you will expect from these people. It's bad art, bad style, and I'm pretty sure it reminds me of a game that I actually mocked senselessly back in the early days of this channel. I'm trying to see if I can find a higher resolution image of this goddamn garbage, but apparently there isn't, or at least I cannot seem to find it. But you can see, it's basically the utter garbage that we are already familiar with. But before I continue, here's a trailer. I'm back, baby. Yeah, baby. Right. So, as you can see here, I'm pretty sure I covered this game when it was made, or was, I think it was on Kickstarter. I'm not sure. It seems very familiar, that art. But then again, this art, this retarded art, is basically the same shit everywhere. So maybe I'm confusing with another failed game. Maybe. I don't know. But good God, the art is familiar. So, why am I not surprised? These people are disgusting. Racist as fuck. Well, I would say also anti-Semitic and racist because okay, I'm not saying that. Look at that. This is allegedly an employee of Sweet Baby Inc. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. The disgusting things that these people say and these people believe in. Why am I not surprised? Well, these people are really, really following their dreams of National Socialism again. Albeit more international socialism too, with communism, which it's the variant. Well, socialism gave us communism, National Socialism, Nazis, and fascism, well, Junchi and Maoism and other variations like Chavism, Kirchnerism, and more. But They are all the same retards. They are all the same anti-Semitism and anti-Semites. These people disgust me. And racist too, to boot. Well, you would think that maybe going to, Wikipedia, after all, they are a very good source. I couldn't even do that with a straight face. But anyway, it's already begun. Sweet baby ink. Let's take a look at the last sentence of this shitty paragraph. In 2023, the studio became target of online users who claim it promoted a woke agenda. It literally did. Alan Woke was released during that time. Alan Woke, and we saw them releasing and changing a character, allegedly, because of their involvement. Allegedly. Good lord. But then again, don't worry. Games journalists, they're here. They're here to save Sweet Baby Ink. Here is another good gold nugget from the person we are very familiar with. After all, it's we are very familiar with, because after all, it's the idiot who wrote this article. I'm starting to get very worried of the quantity of tabs that I'm keeping here in this session dealing with the goddamn fucking Sweet Baby Ink. But anyway, it's the retard who wrote this goddamn fucking article. Sweet Baby Ink doesn't do what some gamers think it does. It literally does. It literally does that. So, anyway, let's go and take a look. Here's a screenshot. Yes, we should listen to the future of gaming, what gamers want from the man hiding behind the cartoon Avi, who spent $3 million on a West Coast Customs land bus and used game dev funds to build a soundstage for making music videos. Yes, tell me more. Yes, I love how his temper tantrums forced random bouts of intense grudge, how he held occasional meetings when he was actually in office to talk about the books he read. That's the future of our industry. Yeah, the future of industry may be about how you should cancel white people, Jews, and make games for a demographic that does not purchase games? Is that the future? But then again, you did not address a single point he made about you, about the industry, about Sweet Baby Ink, and none of that. Yes, this bitch here, allegedly, it's claiming to be Mike Kern. Sure, he had some questionable stuff. After all, it's the norm on the industry. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it's a success, the game, sometimes it's not. Today we can actually notice that the large failure of games is due to actually going woke and having woke mechanics and woke garbage in games. That's why AA games seems to be winning lately a lot. But this game didn't feel like that bad. It's Firefall. This is one of the projects that he had that actually didn't go through too much after he closed the servers. But even then, it was actually better than most of the garbages that we have today coming out from people like that this idiot here likes to support. After all, Sweet Baby Ink is a total disaster. It's the baby that gives the kisses of death on games. It's almost a 99% guarantee that the game that they are involved with will literally fucking fail. After all, we still have Alan Woke too to make a profit for Remedy. Have they made a profit yet? No. So far, nothing. Did they break even? Apparently no. So that says a lot. And this idiot here did not even address the points Mike Kern made about what is going on with Sweet Baby Ink. His points in regards to how they got the funding. His points about how they are actually manipulating people to actually insert themselves, and many of other things that Mike Kern said. And besides Mike Kern, you could say that he had that failure of a game. But he's also responsible for the success of Diablo, for World of Warcraft. Huge games! Diablo 2 was huge. Today, don't purchase the remake. That thing, it's a disaster. Or remaster, whatever you want to call that disaster. Stay far away from it. Get the original. And use the community patches. So, what do you have to say for that? About that, huh, Alyssa? Of course, nothing. Nothing, as usual. And that will be the usual stuff coming out from these people. Nothing. Good lord. So, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night, and good god, this thing is going to hit the fan still. Oh, and remember, don't forget, fuck you, YouTube.